take me to the deep far corners of the earth, leave the night behind me, the writing no story. Hey, it's a new day, we can make our own way, traveling the waves. Lonely without you. It's a new day, we can make our own way, traveling the waves. Lonely without you.
Taurus, how you doing, guys? We're here to do your channel messages. This is not a tarot card reading. This is channel messages, and I have got some aggression. I have got something to tell you. Someone's like, I've got something to tell you. Listen, and I'm going to tell you straight to your face. You might not like these messages, Taurus, and if you don't understand this process and these things that I do, you might not like this channel, because there's sensitive stuff around, being censored. Sensey. I'm also picking up sense Amelia, maybe, or Amelia, or Sensey. Something to do with sense. It's like knocked and senseless, or something senseless. It's like there is absolutely no point. There is absolutely no point to this, and no point continuing on whatsoever. Done, over, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that someone is so angry. I really do, and I've been trying to put the pieces together and think, well, that really can't be the message, but that's all that keeps coming up. It's like it just keeps coming up and up and up and up, and it's like you just keep repeating the same stuff and bringing up the same issues of the past. Sorry, guys, I'm going to have to put my fan on. It's really like really close in here. All right. But it's like, oh, you just popped up. It's like, oh, you went down and then you popped up and then you went down. Something to do with Sagittarius, okay? Sag, I think. You was up and then you was down and then you're up and then you're down and you're up and down and up and down and up and down and in and out and in and out. Could be dealing with the Gemini for some of you, okay? But like in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's like, oh man, I can't keep track of what you want, what you don't want, when you want it, when you don't want it. It's like you keep bringing up the same issue, you keep bringing it up and up and up. You bring up the past, you keep mentioning. And I really think, I mean, listen, cross-watchers, listen, I've got no idea. It's not my life. I'm just going to channel these messages for you. But if I haven't explained, this is for September. I do feel a lot of aggression around you, Taurus, and some people don't like me because I just give people these messages. And sometimes, I don't know, some people don't want to hear those sort of things. But that's the stuff that comes out. That's the stuff that I've got. And it's like, listen, when are you going to come out? And it's like, I don't want to come out. I really don't want to come out. This could be you or your partner. These messages, they can even be worldly stuff, right? But we have to go with it. But I'm hearing, like, I don't even want to come out. Like, I don't want to move. I don't want to go out anywhere. I think someone's going through like a complete, well, they said actually this, they said a breakdown, like a mental breakdown in a, like, up in their head quite a lot. And it's like, listen, I don't want to go out. I don't want to move. It feels like you've got a house full, like a full house, something to do with bingo maybe, but like I've got a full house, and it is really, you know, man, I really want to swear. I can feel like a lot of you just like, I just want to scream. I just want to scream and scream and scream and scream and scream. Okay, that I feel so, because I think that someone, you or someone around you is like so up and down and in and out, and that's why I'm picking up either Libra or Sagittarius energy. And it's like up and then down, and then 1 minute you're up, and the next minute you're down, and the next minute you feel alright, and then you don't feel alright, and then you feel alright, and then you're not. I mean, this could even be something as simple as like a woman's cycle, and you've got to be very careful when majority of the followers are women. But I'm picking up that someone's like going through a cycle of confusion, a cycle of pregnancy, a cycle of, you know, women's stuff. But I'm picking up that someone is getting so frustrated with this up and down and up and down and up and down, and 1 minute you're up the stairs and the next minute you're down the stairs, and then 1 up, 2 down. That was an old TV show. 1 up, 2 down. It's like, man, there are so many people upstairs. When I go upstairs, there's people around. When I go downstairs, there's people around. It doesn't matter whether I'm up or halfway up or none the way down. It doesn't matter, because I am neither halfway up or halfway down. It's like I'm not half full and I am not even empty. It's like it's something to do with a Cancerian, maybe. Cancerian. Filling my tank. Filling my tank. Or the name Phil or Bill. But Kill Bill. But something like, I'm definitely picking up that. Okay, so let's go into just a little bit of what I wrote. Ship called Dignity is the first thing that came up, and it was like, listen, relationship. But like, I've got more dignity. I've got more dignity to keep putting up with this stuff. So why don't you have? I'm hearing. Why don't you just have some respect? Like, I really feel people are arguing a big time. And like, why don't you just have some more respect for yourself and keep doing it? I mean, is someone saying this to kids? I don't know, because I get this strange feeling and notion that these are parents and like a house full of people, and someone is saying it to like children, well, not children. I mean like teens and stuff. But like, you know, like, why don't you have some more respect, or why don't you know? I don't know where this is coming from, because I heard, listen, I've got more dignity to put up with your, and I'm here seeing all of this kind of notion of like, listen, I've got more respect than what I have to put up with all of that. And then someone's like going right, and they're off, and someone's looking at them going, thinking, what on earth are you talking about? What are you going on about? And I really do. I think someone's having a moment where they're completely and utterly triggered, and they're bringing up the past, and they're recollecting everything that's happened, and they bring up the past and bring up the past. And even if they're not speaking it, they're acting from a trigger, which is not letting go of something. Human beings, majority of the time, they hold on to stuff for a very long time. Definitely want to deal with fixed signs. Okay, and holding on to it for dear life, like for so long, and it's like, man, you just need to like drop this now, because this has been going on for too long. And I mean, some of you could even be facing like a decision of divorce or separation, because I really do pick that up. Okay, but I definitely picked up ship of dignity, and to do with the relationship, to do with family, the Six of Swords mainly, family and dignity and relationship as well, of how this is like really affecting it. I also heard, very strangely, sorry Laurie, like sorry Laura, or sorry Laurie, like a lorry, something to do with like a car or Cancerian, but sorry Laurie. A strange message that just came out, but that's what I heard. Also, listen, I got something to tell you. That's what I heard. It came out as a clear message. Listen, come here. I've got something to tell you. Why don't you? Sorry, just leave me alone. And Spirit just kept well, Spirit, if you're like going through it, I'm pretty much, they're just telling me what you're going through. It's strange. But like, all I heard is, look, come here. I've got something to tell you. Why don't you just, right, and get out, leave. Just get out and leave me alone. Just leave, please, 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 please. Just leave me alone. That's all I keep hearing. Just like, I don't even think this is like, look, just give me a minute. I think this is more like, look, get out and get away from me and leave me alone, and stop hounding me for questions, and stop hounding me. Like, every time I'm up, there's someone here, and every time I'm down, there's someone here, and every time everybody's just like ba 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 and battering me. It's like, you leave me alone. Now, whether this is you or your partner or your a relationship or marriage, it really does seem to be facing like a major test, like a major test. That's kind of all I heard. Also, I heard Donna or Donna. Now, that came out through Aries reading, where it was Donna or Donna or a donor. I couldn't quite tell. But I'm picking up like a heart donor. Like a heart donor. This could have something to do with like a heart murmur. Like someone can have like, I don't know, like a heart murmur or something. And it's like, it skips beats and stuff like that. Or you could even be in a beats, I don't know. But skipping, like skip, 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 skips. This is something to do with a Cancerian. It's like, this vehicle is reversing. Please put this skip down. We've got all this stuff to throw away. And it's like, you know what? Let's go through the garage. Let's go through everything that's old. Let's just get rid of the whole lot, because I am sick to death of all this rubbish around. And I think that's also like part of what you're doing around like clearing house as well. Like with your energy. Someone, I mean, everybody will always blame, and everybody will hate a YouTuber, or they'll hate someone for a message that they're given, even though they're going through it. You know, humans in our eyes are all flawed, because we have this notion of where we're attached energetically and feelings. And karma and planets are the only thing that are making you, force you, that's tower moments, that are forcing you to give up, to let go of everything, to split up and to let go, or to stay as you are. But it's only a planet, and it's only your astrology of where there are other things out there. But emotionally, when it comes to children and family and things like that, we get emotionally attached to everything because we've done it for so long. And a planet will make that very frustrating for people. And it depends where it is and where it's placed within your chart. But like I always stick by a notion, the law of attraction and all of this is absolute poppycock and nonsense and bullshit in my eyes. It really is. It's not. It's because it's meant to be. It's meant to be for people. And people can watch people all day long and they think, man, yeah, I'm having loads of success and I'm going to tell people how to do all of that. And they're getting success, equality, something to do with Gemini. I'm getting loads of stuff and I'm taking it from you. That's equality. That's 6 all over the place, right? 6 of Pentacles. So I'm getting all of this stuff and I'm taking it from you. So law of attraction works exactly the same. There has to be winners and losers. And the people that watch people to win and think, well, I'm going to explain to everybody about all of this law of attraction stuff. And wow, that's working for me. I'll tell everybody how to do it. And then everybody on the receiving end is like, well, you know what? After some time, this has been working. And it's the same as a relationship. And everything else is like, you know what, I keep doing this like repetitively and I just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And nothing seems to be working. Why are all these people actually succeeding in a relationship? Or why are all these people getting a lot more than what I'm getting? It's because it relates to their chart, simply. It's just simply mathematics of the way the world works, of law, karmic law, you know. So it's relating to your chart. So I really feel that someone goes through this period of like, oh, I'm going through such frustration and I need to hate upon something. And because of that, what we do is, because we don't let go of anything, of a notion, we fight with one another. Because we are energetically connected and we see everything happening. So when we see it happening to us, we have all this aggression and you're like, listen, why are you shouting at me? You're shouting at me. And refusing to physically like separate or split up. And then it causes so many arguments and dynamics where people can do this for years. And then they just settle down. Astrology's like, okay, well, we're not going to continue to force punishment upon you. Your lesson is that you were supposed to split up, but you didn't. You see it through. You kept fighting. So we'll play out another cycle later. If this happens again in a month, that's, again, saying something is not right within the family or the relationship or the circumstance that you're in. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay that way? Or are you going to, and these are channeled messages, this is what they're saying, is the test of time is by how many times you keep doing the same thing is the definition of madness. So we're going to do it. We didn't split up and we didn't break up. We stuck in there and it was great. And we done it for the children. And we done it for everything else, even though at time. See, this can either be at times. Listen, I'm not telling anybody to break up or split up, but these messages could be for someone. But generally what they're saying is the reason why you're going through such aggression and arguments is because it's people refusing to let go of each other, right? And then because of that, I think that you're really getting in this bind where people are like happily unhappily, right? Happily married, but unhappy with each other, with what they do in life. You've got your separate life, I've got my separate life. I'm happy with you, but then I'm not happy with what you do. I want to change you. No, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. Everybody has this notion of like, well, we're in relationships. You're supposed to transform. You're supposed to change for me by the things that you enjoy. So I don't see that as fair. You're supposed to compromise with what I want. But that's the notion of conditioning. It's not physical. It's more metaphysical than physical. It happens in the physical, but it's because you're arguing. It's just turned into a counselling session. So, I don't know, unless you're going counselling, that could be it. That you're going through some sort of like marriage counselling, separation, or, I mean, you can still relate this to what you're going through September, but it's being put to the test. Your relationship and your family is being put to the test pretty much. And how I see that through your message, that are not actual predictions of certain things, that some... Check your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for those two. But I get this more of like, you know, I'm so frustrated that the test of time is the fact that we've done this. And then astrology made everything settle down. We went through a cycle of a month or 2 months. And then all of a sudden, just like a woman's cycle, rebirth, we went through another. It happened again. We forgive, we forget, it settled down. You raised an issue. It happened again. It got settled down, up and down, up and down. And I really feel like this is such a long drawn out cycle for a lot of you, where it's just pertaining to be very, very difficult for one another and for the whole family. Now, if you're not in families and relationships, these are still relating to a notion of you getting very frustrated around your partner or your love interest. But I've got to say, for a lot of these, I am picking these up as couples and people that are married. And if they're not, and you haven't got interest, I think that this is just a family message for you around brothers and sisters and people. Okay, I really do. And because I really am picking it up, I'm going to stick with that 2 up, 2 down. So many people around, so many energies around, that everybody's getting to the point where it's like, you know what, I can't take this anymore, I'm having a breakdown. Right? Because I feel like a lot to do with the coronavirus and still, and people that are still going through a lot of that. It's brought everybody together to look at your family group, to look at your group. Why did I hear grooming? Why did I hear grooming? I don't know. It's kind of changing into grouping, like grouping up. They are saying grouping. They're saying grooming. Now that's only either something weird or someone's just interested in someone that's like a lot younger than them, but we're not talking about weird. If that was relating and you know someone, then you do. If not, I'm just on about that it could just relate to someone that's younger, that's older. Right, okay. Excuse me, but something to do with like grouping up on somebody. Like, okay, right, today we're going to pick on them. Right, we're going to pick on them. And even if you're not meaning to do this, it's still happening none regardless. It's like, right, today it's your fault. And then today it's your fault. And then tomorrow it's going to be your fault, and then your fault, and your fault, and your fault. And it's everybody else to blame but myself. Right? Now, I don't know, because you're definitely projecting a lot of hatred, I think, towards a lot of energies. You're really... I'm trying to sugarcoat it a little bit for you, Taurus, but you it's like I just can't speak. I can't speak. I can't get the words out anymore. It's like I give up. But someone's not. It's kind of like I give up. I just give up. I just give up. I can't do it anymore. I give up. I can't do it anymore. I give up. I can't do it anymore. I give up. I can't do it anymore. But you see, that's the repetitive cycle of what's going on in someone's head, or all of you. Is even though it's because you're not splitting up, or you're not doing, it's because what you're doing is that, which is, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm not doing this anymore, I can't do this anymore, I can't do this anymore, I can't do this anymore, I'm not doing this anymore, I can't do this anymore, I can't do that. And it's like someone that's repetitively doing the things that they really don't want to do. Now these can even relate to very small synchronicities of messages that are like repetitive cycles of day, say, right? I'm also picking up night and day, something to do with Leo, the moon, mum, father, okay, X, all this sort of stuff. But I'm picking up that through our day and through our astrology, right, you eat, sleep, rave, repeat. You get up, you cook, you clean, you wash, you speak, you talk, you go through your chores, you go to work, you come home, you go to sleep. Some people have extracurricular activities, and they go to the gym and things like this. Whatever that is, you set up a cycle, right, and your book, and you're like, right, this is what I've got on this week, and this is what I've got on next week, and the week before, and my head is now chocker. With me being a mum or a father, an independent person, and all I seem to do is get up, cook, clean, shop, sleep, eat, rave, sleep, sheep, you know, and watch your counting sheep and doing that. Now, majority of people are like, you know what, I need a break, but I can't. So I hate all of this stuff. It's really driving me crazy and driving me mad. So you know what, I'm just going to do that anyway and keep doing it. It's not... When you have a physical break, that means you give up on everything, man. You just let all of the balls fly at the wall. Because it's like a bull in a china shop. It's like, man, you are making a mess absolutely everywhere you go. And I walk behind you, clearing up your mess. And it's like, and it's there. It's like I walk behind you and you've made more mess. And now I've got to clean up all this stuff for you. And now I've got to do all of this for you. And I've got to cook and I've got to clean and I've got to iron. And I've got to do everything. Where's the support? Why can't I? You see, I really do, and I feel this is in someone's head. And that what I'm thinking is that somebody needs to take a break from the old routine. That is simple. Well, it's not simple, but someone needs to help out. Someone really needs to help someone out, which is give them a break from the old routine. If this is the men, then they need to start doing a bit of cooking and cleaning and shopping and all this sort of stuff, and let the woman or the man, whichever way, I don't mind, have a break. Have a break. Because if you're every day, someone is going through, you know what, I'm sick to death of cooking, cleaning, shopping and doing all this, but you know what, I've got to do it and I'm going to do it anyway. And it just seems to be drawing out the fact that someone is getting up every day, doing the same stuff and fed up with it. It's because they're not having time to not think of those things. If you're constantly thinking of all that stuff that you're doing, that you're hating, all you're going to do is hate upon yourself to keep doing it, right? It's the same within the relationship. I really feel that this is not more of a, well, it's channel messages, because if it's happening with your life, then it's me picking up on that, right? So I really do. I feel that's sort of advice for you guys as well, is to try and give someone a break, you know, is to do something other than what you're doing, to cause negative energy of see, everyone will say, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it. People keep doing the same thing every day in, day out, eat, sleep, rave, repeat. It's those things that you need to take a break from sometimes. And some majority of the times, they can be housewives, people that, you know, they look after the children and things like that, and they also hold down a job and whatnot. But even if even if it's not a job, and it's just being a housewife, you know, you need a break from doing one from another, is to exchange roles, you know. Is not to label a woman and say, well, you're supposed to do the cooking, the cleaning, and the shopping, and the ironing, and everything else, and I'm not supposed to, and I'm supposed to just work, and apart from that, I just sit down and do nothing. No, that's not fair. That's not fair, right? I'm also hearing that there could end up being an affair. That's what I'm hearing. There could end up being an affair. Unless there was one, and that's what's caused all of this drama. Okay? But, you know, that's not fair either way. Men or women, we are classed as equal. You're supposed to share the responsibilities of cooking and cleaning. But to be honest, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that it just aligns you within your astrology and theirs. And at times, the way we talk, the way we speak, the way we act, and the way we do is not compatible with another. And if that does not align up within a trine, within a sextile or a trine or a square or whatever, you're not going to be compatible within those areas. So it's those areas that you need to work on. And I feel that is all of the above. Communication, speaking, talking, you know, doing. I don't even think it's that. I think less talking and more action and more doing something. Because I really feel someone doesn't pull their weight in a relationship where it's just general, which is do something, cook, shop, clean, help me out a bit, do something other than just not doing anything. And I really feel that for a lot of you. And I really feel those messages are more for the women that are watching towards the men, Tauruses. I do. Okay, so that's what we've got for you. Sorry, that some kind of guidance came out of nowhere, Taurus. 2222 on the clock. There you go. Okay, so things will get better. Okay, but your September, your September really does feel like it's more of an aftermath of recovering from all of this. Someone could be recovering from an illness, and someone does caring. And they do all of this. It's like up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. I think that there's a carer around, or Karen, or Kerry, or a carer. Someone that looks after elderly people and then also comes home and then does all that. Man, so listen, if someone out there is a carer, right, and then they come home and they have to do all the shopping, the cooking, the cleaning and everything else, or they're a cleaner and they have to come home and then clean up, bruv, there's your cycle right there. Someone does what they do at work, comes home and basically does the same thing, which is either one, cleaning, or two, they come home and they care. They're a carer and they come home and care and not cared for, where someone should be saying, oh, you know what, because you've cared for all these people this time, I'm actually going to care for you and give you a break from doing all that stuff, which means you don't just have to sit there looking after me. I can do that myself. There you go. There's your pattern. Men, give the women a break, bruv. Sorry, I'm not sexist in any way, but I really feel that. Okay, so that's your messages. Thanks for joining. I really do appreciate it. If you can give me a like, share, comment, anything like that, I really do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel if you can give it a like at least. Even a dislike. If you don't like it, give it a dislike. It still helps out. But like or dislike, a comment. Your tarot readings are coming up for the month. They will be done. They'll be coming out towards September. Okay, but I'm going to push these out. Patreon is offering loads of different things and it changes, okay? It really does change periodically. Last month we didn't have the question and answer. We only had you had your 2 weeks, both weeks, the monthly and also the 5-month reading extended only went to tier 2, okay? Some months it changes. So September we're going to do the question and answer, okay? Because some people join when the video's done, or it's not going to be done because the 5-month reading, okay? But September, we're going to go back to doing the free question and answer, but it's only when I post something up and say, okay, leave your question and answers. Okay, it's not send me a message and can you do me one because I've already done them or something. It's when I post it up, you'll see it, it comes up, and there'll be a message that you can leave your question and answer, and then I go from that list and do one whole video of everybody and timestamp their name. Okay, but that will be done in September for everybody. But like I said, your readings come out very soon. The 1st to 15th will also only be done, and the 15th until the 31st or the 30th or whatever will only be on tier 2 this month. Okay, it won't be coming out on YouTube, it will only be over on tier 2. Then it all starts in September. Okay, and as I also start my other job, new job, with children, 7 kids I've got this year. This year. 7. So yeah, my job is changing. So I'm going to be a little busier, but I have loads of time still also to do this, but I'm just going to be a lot busier as well. Okay, so that starts in September the 2nd for me. I go back to work. Okay, all right, guys. Thanks very much. Cheers. See you soon.